Okay, let's dive right in. If you're on original Medicare Part B and getting retina injections for something like wet AMD, you already know the deal. You're told your treatment is covered, but then the bill shows up and it's a total gut punch. So today, we're going to crack the code on those costs and build you a rock-solid plan for getting financial aid. Does this sound familiar? I mean, if you've ever just stared at a bill thinking this exact thought, feeling that mix of shock and, frankly, frustration, you are so not alone. It's a completely normal reaction to a system that can be, let's be honest, incredibly confusing. And that's our promise for this explainer. We are going to turn that shock into a clear, actionable plan. No fluff, no jargon. We're cutting through all the noise to give you the straightest, fastest path from feeling stuck with that bill to getting your financial aid application submitted and on their way. So, first things first, let's pull back the curtain on the real problem here. Why is it that covered by Medicare Part B can still leave you with such a huge bill? Well, the answer really comes down to one critical term. And that term is coinsurance. Now, the key word here is percentage. See, this is not a small, flat copay like 20 or 40 bucks. No. Coinsurance is a percentage that scales right up with the total cost of the drug. And with these modern retina medications, that cost can be really, really high. Let's just put some real numbers on this so it makes sense. It is not at all unusual for the Medicare-approved amount for a single one of these retina injections to be somewhere around $2,000. That's the big number Medicare starts with before they figure out what your share is. And here is where that shock comes from. 20% of that $2,000 drug is $400 for a single injection. That's the math that brings us right back to that feeling of, wait, how is this even possible? Okay, so we get the problem, it's clear, it's painful. Now let's pivot and focus entirely on the solution. The whole process of getting financial help, and I mean the whole thing, it really hinges on you getting 3 very specific pieces of information from your clinic. So what do you think it is? What's the single most important detail you need? It's something that honestly most people miss, but it makes all the difference between an application that just sails right through and one that gets stuck in paperwork purgatory. Here they are. You need 3 things: the exact drug name, the exact wording of your diagnosis, and this one right here is the master key, the HCPCS or J-code. Now, HCPCS just stands for Healthcare Common Procedure Coding System. Forget that. Just think of the J-code. It's like the drug's own personal social security number for billing. It's a universal code that tells the aid foundation exactly which drug you're getting, so your application perfectly matches the clinic's claim. It's absolutely crucial. All right, now that you have the key, let's build the machine that's going to use it. We're not just going to apply to one place and cross our fingers. No way. We're going to use a strategy I call the 3 application stack to create a really resilient financial plan, one that doesn't just crumble at the first little obstacle. First off, you have to be in the right lane. Think of this like a highway for financial aid. For you on Medicare, the correct lane is independent copay foundations. These are charities. The wrong lane, a super common dead end, is manufacturer copay cards. Those are almost always for people with commercial insurance. Just staying in the right lane is going to save you weeks of wasted time and frustration. So here is your stack. You're going to apply to 3 of the biggest players out there: the PAN Foundation, HealthWell Foundation, and Good Days. Now, why 3? Because you're building a safety net, right? If one of these foundations has a fund that's temporarily closed, your entire plan doesn't just fall apart. You've got 2 other applications already in the works. Okay, a quick but really critical timeout here. A lot of people see the word income and they immediately think, oh, I won't qualify. Please do not self-disqualify. The income limits for these programs are often much, much higher than you'd ever guess. Fill out the application. Let the foundation be the one to decide, not your own assumptions. So let's talk about the most common roadblock you're going to hit. You go to a foundation's website, you're all ready to apply, and then you see that word you dread: closed. It feels like a door just slammed shut in your face. But listen, it's usually just a timing problem, not a permanent no. So here's the playbook. This is how you turn that panic into a calm, repeatable process. Step 1, if they have a wait list, get on it immediately. Step 2, set a calendar alert on your phone to check their site twice a week, maybe every Tuesday and Thursday. This creates a predictable rhythm. And step 3, have all your documents scanned and ready in one single folder on your computer, so the second that fund reopens, you can hit submit instantly. Remember this: cadence beats anxiety. We've covered the what and the how, but there is a powerful shortcut here that most people completely miss. There is very likely someone in your clinic whose entire job is to help with exactly this. They are your secret weapon. Don't just ask the person at the front desk for help with bills. Use these exact words. It's polite, it's super specific, and it uses those key phrases: Medicare Part B coinsurance and independent Copay Foundation applications that will get you routed to the right person, who is usually a financial counselor or a patient assistance coordinator. And hey, if you're a caregiver helping a family member, here's your version. This script immediately tells them that you've done your homework. You're not asking them to solve the whole puzzle for you. You're just asking for specific data points, that drug and J-code, to complete the applications. It's a collaborative and much more efficient approach. Okay, I know this can feel like a lot, but I really want you to reframe this. Unlocking this entire system doesn't take weeks of work. It all starts with a single 20-minute sprint. That's it. That's all it takes to get some massive forward momentum going. And this right here, this puts it all together. This is your takeaway action plan. Number 1, identify that drug name and J-code. 2, organize your documents into one simple, reusable folder. 3, parallel apply to your stack of 3 foundations. And 4, maintain cadence by checking on those closed funds with a schedule, not with panic. So let's end with this. Your very next action is not to do more research. Your next action takes about 15 minutes. Just make one call to your clinic. Get that drug name and get that J-code. That single piece of data is what turns feeling overwhelmed into being ready to act. You can do this. You've got it.